Well, it's another fine day here in Alabama. I tried to get this parking spot yesterday, but somebody was already here, so I got up pretty early this morning, so I'm kind of dilly-dallying because I got time. What I need to do is walk about 3/4 of a mile out and listen. I haven't been back in this chunk of the land yet, and so what I think I'm going to do, unless I get on a hot ticket this morning, is I'm going to relocate. And it might be a mistake relocating on a Saturday, but I think I need a change of scenery. I can always come back and jump in those areas where I'm seeing those hens, because I think eventually a tom's going to be there. That's what I think. I thought that in Florida too. When I hit that deer, my water container slid forward and the nozzle popped off, and it dumped about 2.5, maybe 3 gallons of water before I noticed it was doing it down in the 2 back seats here. So I'm going to try to see if I can pack in such a manner to let those air out and dry out, because that could get nasty. So it's about 15 minutes before legal light, and just like yesterday, the clouds are starting to come in, and so to the east it's not going to be very bright. I walked just a shade over a mile in, and I'm positioned to jump into a wood line within 150 yards to the north or to the west, and then I can use some of these roads to go somewhere else pretty quickly. It's a large clear-cut area that's been replanted a number of years ago, and so a lot of the smaller pine and brush are several feet tall. The pines are about anywhere from 3 to 7 feet tall, so I should be able to run around pretty good. The problem is a lot of the woodline is high ground, so I would have to approach high ground. My glasses keep fogging up because it is like a freaking sauna in here, steam bath. So hopefully I can hear a gobble and make a move. That's the plan. Otherwise, I'll just jump in a spot that kind of looks like the other ones where I was finding those hens, and jump into there. I haven't been here in the daylight. I didn't know what it looked like. Right on the river. Some folks enjoying the weekend. So now I've relocated to a more mountainous part of Alabama. Got a little bit of a resupply, full tank of gas. This morning when I left my spot, I decided I wanted to see this one particular area because it looked like it'd be a good place to set up decoys, sit down, make some calls, and then if nothing happened, you know, have a bite to eat while keeping an eye out on the decoys. Well, I was standing in a briar patch looking into that area and trying to get out of the briars and whatnot, and my legs started burning, and I'm like, dang, is that my sweat getting on where the stickers hit me and all that, or am I carrying one of the stickers around with me? Look down, fire ants all over my pants. They got me good. They cross here, down in there, all up in here. Yeah, I got through Florida with just a couple mosquito bites, and I've been out here in Alabama. I've been tick bit, mosquito bit, fire ant bit. Man, I like to keep it right there. Hit a deer, about broke my car. It's kind of being held together with zip tie. Yeah, Alabama's kicking my butt, and so did Florida. So I'm gonna get back in my uniform and get after it. Nice flowing creek in the hardwoods. Looks like somebody got lucky right here. I threw it in my pocket. Remember this log crossing. I just heard a bird gobble. Right that way. Can't be too far off. I want to see if I can't get to that next ridge. The leaves are loud, but there's a little bit of wind. I want to get to that big pine tree with the log at the bottom of it. I call. No answer. I'm looking for him, but I can't see him. Eventually I spot him. He's this black dot over here. You'll see him take a step and lift his fan. So he moves to his right, and I try to get around the right side of the tree to see him over here, but I can't find him for a while. And I'm going to get real personal with this log. So I'm looking left and right, slowly. This is fast forwarded. And then I peek around the tree again. And there he is, still on the other side. So I try to cast my call behind me and up the hill. You can see the wind blowing pretty good. Now that black dot's gone, I don't see him, I don't know where he's at. Don't see him on the right, I don't see him on the left. Eventually I can hear footsteps in the leaves in front of me. I don't know if he's going to come straight up on me right behind this tree or not. And then I can kind of tell they're on the right side, so I start to shift. Then I see his head through the understory. Oh my gosh. Guys. I just called him in with a mouth call. I am walking up this way, and I was on the other side of the creek, and I said, man, that looks kind of neat over there. I'd like to cross the creek. I look right up, 20 yards up, there's a log. I cross the log. I'm kind of coming up over here, and I hear a gobble. And so I was a ridge back this way, and so I said, he's not on this one. He might be on this one or the next one. So I crawled up to here, and after a little bit, I almost gave up because I thought I spooked him off, because I called and nothing answered, nothing answered, nothing answered. So I'm sneaking around, I peek, and I see a fan collapse. And I'm thinking, crap, he sees me, I'm busted. Well, he stays around, puffs back up. I'm like, okay, I'm in business. So I don't really have much else place to go. I cannot believe this. I just jumped spots today. I'm less than a mile from the vehicle. Let me tell you, I'll tell you how far I am. I'm shaking. Oh my gosh. I've walked 0.94s. Now that's a little bit of zigzag and whatnot. 0.94 from the car. So anyway, I'm over there, and I'm peeking around trying to find him again. I thought maybe he did leave, but then I look and I see this dark black object, so I realize that's him. So I'm calling, trying to divert my calls that way, and danged if he didn't go that way. I tried to call him back and up the hill, like up that way, because I was over here and he was over here. So I tried to call him up the ridge because I knew the sun, if he tried to come down around, the sun would be in my face. But if I could get him to come up this way, then the sun is at a much more advantage to me, or at least it's neutral. Oh my gosh, guys. Unbelievable. He was back here. What time is it? It is 15:40, 3:40 in the afternoon. Out here on a little high point, gobbling on his own. I love those kind of gobblers. I feel like if I can hear them and they're lonely like that, even I've got a chance. Mouth call. Mouth call. I never broke out the box call on him. He did not want to answer me. He never answered me. Alabama bird down. Let's take a look at this guy. Look at that bird. How's this for an Alabama gobbler? Guys, I couldn't be more tickled pink right now. Alabama turkey. I can't believe it. Maybe I just need to change the scenery. Maybe I'm not a terrible turkey hunter after all. I guess if nothing else, I put on the miles. I burn 100,000 calories to get a 3,000 calorie turkey. You know, I'm a long way from home. The COVID-19 pandemonium's going on. The environment down here is a lot different than I'm used to. It's extremely humid, extremely hot, especially for this time of year. Supposedly Florida was 10 degrees or so above average. I don't know what Alabama's like, but it's 80 something degrees here today. Humid. I get soaking wet the minute I start walking. And I'm a little tired from all the early mornings. So I get a little down in the dumps and down on myself, down on the process. But here we are. This guy, unbelievable. Alabama is in the books. Alabama's in the books. Public land, national forest. When I first heard him walking, I had the big pine tree in front of me, and I'm going, please let me be able to tell what side of the tree he's coming on, because by the time if he's coming right at me and he's on one side or the other, by the time I realize I'm on the wrong side, I will not have time to react and he'll be gone. But he came up off to the right, a hard right, and I saw his head through this little brushy stuff, and he popped up enough. I don't remember if I gave him a cluck there at the end or not, but he stopped and I had neck and head. I thought Alabama, I was beginning to struggle like I did in Florida, and this was going to be 7 days of walking around, bumping into a few hens now and then. Once I called, I could see that he was really paying attention over here. So I really didn't want to move around it all out. Once I was in that spot, I was kind of committed to that spot. Wasn't the best. So that's what I was trying to really throw it off to the side and throw it kind of back. And maybe if he thought she was going away, he'd have to commit, because I'm in his bubble. I mean, I can't be but 70 yards from him, 60 yards from there to there. So I'm in his bubble. He just had to know that I wasn't gonna come over this ridge. Guys, I'm gonna take another moment with this bird, take a couple of pictures, and pack him up and head back to camp. Well, my truck, I guess it's gonna be camp tonight. I'm probably gonna sit here for more than a minute, so we'll turn you guys off. So I'm carrying this guy out. I've got his head tucked up real tight into the wing. And then kind of pick him up. Lock my hands like that. He's kind of riding on my bino harness. Anybody ever wonder why you carry sandbags in CrossFit? This is probably it right here. Carrying turkeys. Quick break here. I'm getting close. Well, folks, there she is. Baby snowflake. She probably looks real far away because I got the camera on super wide view right now. But she's only about 70 yards, 60 yards maybe. And this is not the way I left. It sure would help when you're carrying a load to walk in a straight line. A lot of wasted walk just now. I should already be there. I should have left breadcrumbs. But that'd be baiting. Oh, you know, there are times baby snowflake looks good, and then there's times she really looks good. Right now. Mercy. That night I end up staying at a hotel in town there, and I'm going to head out to Mississippi in the morning. Hope you like this video series. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.